What's up, folks? Time for another video. Yeah, watching this Corey Open show this Tuesday, December 16th, episode 2004. Just talking about this irate lady got in his face and all that stuff. Just let me think of it. I should say it made me reminisce about a couple of situations. You know, when I had some women get in my face talking and doing crazy stuff. I can honestly say I let one lady punk me out some years ago. And it was not because I was scared of her, it's because she had a little son with her. And he was crying, you know, kind of stoked some soft emotions in me, you know, because, you know, I come from that domestic violence kind of rearing, you know. Mom used to get her ass whooped with my dad and stepdad and all that stuff. He used to be crying, me and my younger brother and stuff. But it kind of, you know, touched me. I couldn't, so it kind of made me weak. So I couldn't really do nothing to his mother. I couldn't even push her away, you know. So I let her get off a couple slaps, but you know, I felt like a punk afterwards, you know. And in some strange way, I found her on Facebook, you know, just surfing Facebook, and I found her. I'm like, oh, that's that bro who punked me out. So, you know, after the fact, I had some words to say to her. I said, the only reason why I didn't put no hands on you is because your son. I said, but don't try that again with the next man, or you know, you can't try it with me. I said, if your son wasn't there, lady, because how that incident started was, I was backing into a parking spot, and she zoomed right on in, like, F you, is my spot. So I came to her window, like, why would you do that? You know, then I guess she felt like she was big and bold and wanted to put hands on me. You know, I was a smaller dude then, but I could have laid her out. You know, I still worked out and all that stuff. But her son was crying. I said, why that little boy had to be there? Her little son was in there crying. It kind of tugged at my emotions, but it's just some old trauma that resurfaced in that moment. But why am I making this video? It's basically how to tell you how to deal with them women. You know, at the time I didn't know what I know now. You know, as years go on, you're supposed to get a little bit wiser. You know. But how you really deal with those women, those irate women, you can't deal with them by trying to appeal to some kind of sense of reasoning, man. The more you try to appeal to their sense of reasoning, the more they see it as weakness, and the more amped up and revved up they become. Especially, no, I can't even say especially black women. This goes for white women, all kinds of women. They just see it as weakness. That's why I don't apologize to people no more. You know, but how you deal with them, man? You be like, they getting all amped up and crazy. All right, you saying all this stuff. Let's go in the back of this area right here. Just me and you. Come on. You wave them on. Come on. You flag them on. Come on. You try to lure them around the corner somewhere, away from prying eyes, so you can beat the hell out of them. But a lot of times, man, when you do that, they just start talking shit from afar. They stop approaching you, because basically that's what you want them to do. You know, so they want an audience. They want to let it be known, so if you do something to them, it'll be witnesses. But you like, come on, let's go around the back. Let's go around this corner back here. Come on, you all right? Come on, let's go back around here and talk. You know, if it's on the street or something, let's go around this, right here, this spot, around this alley right here. Come on, you talking all that stuff. Come on. They gonna stop, because a lot of these women, they want you in that environment, but they will follow you around but they ain't gonna follow you around indefinitely. And a lot of them have the sense enough to know if they go around this corner, they may never be seen or heard from again. So that's kind of how you kind of buffer that situation down. You can argue with these women, talk shit, But as you do it, kind of back off. They start chasing you. You know, you try to lure them. If you bagging up and they still follow, try to lure them in a secluded area. You know, they're gonna be talking shit. But at the same time, you can kind of make your point. Like, oh, okay, why you stop? You know, why you bag off now? You talking all that shit? Let's go around this back right here. We can handle it. We can handle it. Even if you have somebody to follow you, you still cut her off from a bunch of witnesses. See, a lot of these women, they want witnesses, man. They want a bunch of eyes seeing what's going on. So that's kind of how you diffuse that. You got to think outside the box when you're dealing with these irate women, man, coming at you, man. You create distance, but all in your mind, you say, I'm gonna lure this person in a unsafe environment for them, a private, secluded environment. And 9 times out of 10, man, they stop pursuit. Because that's all they wanted to do anyway, is kind of keep you out in the open, where you be talking crazy, where other guys can witness it, other women can see it, and all eyes will be on you. Hell, you can't take them you can't lure them into an alley, lure them into a bathroom. Like, come on, come on in here, you know, come around this corner right here. Say it just like that with confidence. Come around this corner right here. Talking all that stuff, you big and bad. Come on, I guarantee you. See, they're gonna stop the pursuit 9 times out of 10, or they're gonna try to get some licks off on you before they drop the pursuit. But if you start trying to appease to these women, they'll keep following you, because that's a sign of weakness. And man, this cop, there's a cop car acting silly, man, in the front. I guess trying to stall me out. Yeah, I could go around, but you didn't leave no room. See, Mr. Copper. But yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, you know, that's all you gotta do, man. You gotta think outside the box, man. And how do I know this works? Because it does. It's an out the box strategy. That's why it works. And I've tried this before. I haven't tried it a lot because I don't really get women coming at me like that. Every now and then, you know, and usually that situation happen. Those situations happen when I kind of put myself out there. Like, you might have seen some videos of me trying to talk to some women. See, when you're talking to women, you kind of put yourself out there, man. Like, you kind of make yourself vulnerable, susceptible to those kinds of attacks, man. Where women feel they can talk crazy to you. That's another reason why, like, you know, you gotta be aware of how you talk to these women, man. Like, familiarity, man. When people are familiar, they start talking crazy. But they say familiarity breeds contempt. Oh, I know him. I know how he gonna act. But yeah, it's just based on that Corey Holcomb. I was just thinking about it, like, man, how could he have prevented that situation? You gotta think outside the box, man. And trying to appease people, apologizing, that stuff don't work, man. Some people, they want to fight, and they want the fight to be easy. Most people want an easy win. They want a little bit of challenge to make it seem like they beat up a worthy foe, or some semi-worthy foe, or somebody, you know, who might have had a puncher's chance. Most people really, man, they want an easy win. They don't want to fight their equals, man, or their equivalents. Because the truth about that is, man, when you fight your equivalent, usually when you fight your equivalent, that's the hardest fight of your life, because they strength are on par with you. You know, they're putting up a real hard struggle against you. When you fighting yourself, see, if somebody's stronger than you, they can just knock you out. It's a quick defeat. But somebody weaker than you, much weaker than you, can just put them down real quick. But somebody your equal, they're gonna have the same kind of endurance, You know, you punching hard, they punching hard. You know, you punching hard, they punching hard. Fighting your equals is the tougher fight, because you have a chance to win, but it's gonna be a struggle. You know, you fighting a mountain. They're just gonna put you down. It ain't gonna really be no fight. You're just gonna be defeated. You don't even exert much energy. You're gonna lose energy immediately. Might be knocked out or stumped out or dropped, slammed or something. But yeah, that's just a tip, folks, fellas. I'm gonna reiterate that when you're approached by these irate women, don't try to appease them. Don't try to say, try to put your hand, put your hands up to create some distance so they won't try to hit you and all that. But I'm saying, don't try to rationalize with them, because they just gonna take it as weakness, man. From my experience, trying to rationalize with these irate women, they just gonna take it as weakness. So you just gotta kind of lure them back away, because they gonna follow. Some of these irate women will follow you. Try to turn the corner or something. See, you're gonna have to lay hands on some of them, but you want to do that away from prying eyes, man. I kind of laugh about it, but it's really a strategy, man. You gotta use these women's anger against them. But I'm telling you, most women, even though they get crazy and irate, they only want to do it in public situations, man. They ain't gonna want to do it with in no private situation. You lead them in a dark situation, dark alley, or secluded area, I should say. These women, they're not gonna really talk crazy, man, because you can pretty much do anything to them. So they got that kind of sense. So, all right, folks, to be continued.